you have a machine that already has thread in it.
Wait, are we starting?
Yeah.
Okay,
We're gonna
start again.
Okay.
So say what you're doing.
Right now, I'm going to de-thread a machine, an overlock serger machine. This is the Juki model 644D, and I'm going to take the threads out first, and then I'm going to re-thread the machine.
Okay.
So first, I cut the threads right near the needles, and I'm opening up both sides of the machine. This can be done with power on or off, it doesn't matter, but I'm taking out each one after I've cut it. So these two, blue and red, are still attached. So I'm going to raise the knife, so I pull out and up until it snaps into place, and that's a safety mechanism where it snaps and can no longer move.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to take out these threads. And sometimes you can just cut and pull out. If you need to use a tweezers, you can. But you want to be careful not to force the threads because you could damage the machine. And so just pulling them out of each one of their positions. And now I'm going to pull the last ones out. Okay, and then these can get rewound and reused. Now the next step is we're going to thread the machine. So if we're starting from the very beginning and there's no thread in the machine, your machine will look like this. Okay, this has no thread. This part comes off, so if it's coming out of the storage container, there's an arrow on the top, and this fits right in here. This also can be raised really high, but I've never had a need for that for the kind of sewing that we're doing. So I keep it maybe right about here, and it works fine. Okay.
If you put it on,
No need, and it might not sew very well if you put it up too high.
Yeah.
So there's 4 places where you can put spools of thread. You can use different colors if you want that look. Today we're using only gray. And when you thread the machine, you want blue is first, red is second, green is third, yellow is fourth. So now I'm going to open the machine. You need all of it open, and you're going to raise your knife until it snaps into place so that it's safe. When you are threading your machine, the power should be off for safety. So blue is first. Blue comes from behind here. So back from behind, I'm pulling up the thread, and it comes
Can you
from,
do that part again?
yes.
Out of the screen.
So blue is from this top front right-hand side spool, and it comes from behind. It comes from behind, and it comes down on, and every part of the path has a little dot to show that color. So I'm taking both of my thumbs and I'm just pulling in all the way over. There are 2 holes in this one. One is at the far left and one is at the right. I'm going to loop over the top and just hold it, put your finger on that dot, and then pull right in, and then it goes into the next hole. You want it woven around like that, not doubly woven inside the first one. So it has to go through both holes. Then we're coming down to this one. Again, hold it like this with 2 thumbs, snap it in. Coming down into, this is the tension wheel, so that comes underneath, and make sure it's snug inside there. So make sure it's attached. Coming down around this one, pushing down. Again, holding it like this, threading it in, snapping it all the way to the edge. Again, holding it like this, snapping it in. Okay, then down here we have a little coil.
Yeah.
And there's a part on the back where
I see
blue
one
goes.
blue and the
The other one is for red. Okay? Again, here we have red and blue. So the thread for our blue is going to go through both of these. First, this one, and we go, again, we hold it like this with our thumbs and fingers, and we thread it under the wire. Okay? I'm going to do it again.
under.
So we're going to hold it like this and thread it under the wire. So it's in that last loop.
Yes, they were the one.
There are two loops. So make sure it's in the last loop. That's the blue loop.
Yeah.
All right, our next step is we're going through this loop. This loop has red and blue, so the thread will share two paths for this one. So again, I'm holding it with my two thumbs, and I'm going under and around. Now it's looped into that metal wire. For this next one, again the same thing. Holding it, our thumbs, looping back behind, but over the top this time. Do you see how I did that? Over the top.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's looped in again. And our very last part of blue, I'm going to use a tweezers. Now these are just a regular tweezers. You can also get Serger, specific Serger tweezers that are bent on one end. And next time I come to Haiti, I can bring one of those. So we can just use this for now. And it goes into this little hole on top. So just grab the thread really close to where you're going to thread it. And if the thread's frayed or anything, go ahead and cut that first. And feed it through that little hole right there. And pull it out the other side. And here's where the Serger tweezers are a little handier because they're at an angle, but we can get it.
Sure.
Okay, so that's blue. Blue is finished. Okay, now red is our next one.
Yeah.
Okay, red comes from behind, goes over the top. Again, we're going to hold it like this, thread it around so it's in one hole, then the other. Okay, holding it again like this, pushing it all the way down, pushing it around. And through there. Okay. And this is our next one. So this one, if you can see with the camera, this one has a little part that goes up on top. We're going to hold it again with our fingers like this, but go over that little part sticking up and then right down in. And that's going to get it in that first loop.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and I think you have to kind of double check and make sure that it goes in that one. Something's getting caught right there. Yeah.
It's okay.
No. Hold on. What?
Before I put it on the top of.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's try that again.
On the top of it.
Yeah. On the top of that. There.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. There.
There. Okay. It's gone in. Okay. Then our thread's getting really long, so let's just trim it a little bit. All right. So now I'm going to hold it with the tweezers again. Oh, actually, we don't need tweezers for this one. So this one, we can just go through from behind again, because remember, blue and red are sharing. And then this one, take a little bit right here. And I'm going to bring my fingers from this other side and put it through the loop and catch it with my fingers.
Yeah.
Okay, just feed it through the loop, catch it with your fingers. Oops, it didn't. I lost track of it. Let's do it again. Bring it through, pull it. And okay, then we're over on this side now. So maybe our camera person can come around
Yes, that's like
on this side, and I'm going to turn the wheel with my hand over here and wait for this to kind of come down so this can turn. I'm going to bring that thread behind
this one.
and get it into that groove right there.
Oh, you put it behind?
Behind. It has to be
Okay, this
behind.
one. Yeah.
Yes. Now I'm going to keep this right here on my finger and push it through. Now our camera person can come back around. You can see the thread coming through on this side. I find it easier to do it with my fingers, but you can also use one of these if you would like to pull that through with that. Sometimes people like to use a threader. But I'm going to take it out with the tweezers. And now thread that little hole on the bottom one. So remember we just did blue on top. This one's on the bottom. And I need maybe a little more light. Let's see. If your thread is frayed, cut it. Yeah, maybe. Yep. Okay, so that one went through. Pull it through. I find using a tweezers is easier. It didn't go. It fell out. And then put that one behind. Okay, now our last two are a lot quicker. There's less steps involved.
The green one.
The green one is next, correct. Green comes over like this. And I have really long thread here, so I'm gonna get rid of some of this thread. Green comes over two. Again, we do this very same thing, all the way over, holding it, slipping it into that second hole through the tension. And down this time into green. Sometimes at night, green and blue look the same. So just keep track of which is which. Here comes green up underneath, right here, and in there. So under and over. Then down through here. We have a little hook right here that it hooks into. We have another hook right here. Okay, now there's an L and an R. Green is the our right-hand side needle. So again, using the tweezers.
You're gonna use the first or any?
The right-hand side is first. So if we need to move our little one away there, you can move that so you can get the thread inside the needle. And it's easier when you put the tweezers close to the edge of your thread. You have more control of getting it in the small opening. Okay, now this one's done. That one goes back behind underneath the foot. Just taking care that it doesn't get caught on anything. Okay, last one is yellow. This one is the least amount of steps. Yellow goes through from behind. Hold your fingers like this again, come in, go all the way over to the edge, go around again into the second hole, in through the tension, making sure it's secure. Okay, passing on the top, this time under here and over the top.
Under here.
Okay, and then over to the side.
And straight.
And then into the hook. Yeah, they also do the hook. Shares this one again. And then our last step is threading that needle.
Threading.
So again, really close to the edge. Putting it in.
Threading it.
And getting it pulled out from behind. All right, put it underneath the foot. Taking care that it does not get caught on any other part of the machine. Making sure that all of your threads are under that foot to start. Okay, then our last step is to make sure this comes down. So you pull over to one side and turn until it snaps downward into its use mode. Then these come closed and you're ready to plug in and sew.
Good, thank you